All right, we should be good. What's up, guys? It is Saturday, the 22nd of May. It is the first real day of the NBA playoffs. I know we had the play-in games. They were fun. Last night's game was spectacular.
Yeah.
Lakers-Warriors was spectacular. We had some good fun with it. I'm sure it's here to stay, but the real stuff starts today. That, however, does not change the fact that we got baseball to talk over tonight. We got a couple of mediocre-sized slates with a 7-gamer in the afternoon, and we are here to talk to the 6-gamer for the evening. Let's get after it, and hopefully you can continue on the hot streak, which started last night again.
Yeah, let's get after it. We got 2 medium-sized slates, and excited to break this main night slate down with you.
All right, guys, we brought it up real quickly yesterday, but our boys over at jazzsports.ag, for all of you sports bettors, this is a great opportunity to sign up. What they have done for us is added some extra juice to only 5-pack users, which means if you use our promo code 5-pack, or the link at the top of the write-ups or anything like that, as you can see the promo code. If you plan on betting on Lakers Suns on Sunday, why not take the odds? Get better odds with us. This is just simply a promotion in order to get people to sign up to play. It's nothing more than that. We want people to check out the website. Go give it a look-see. Get a little better odds on that game if you're already going to bet on it. And if you do sign up and you make an initial deposit, please let me know so I can give you a little courtesy 5-pack membership, which is never a better time to buy because we will crush the NBA playoffs and we're crushing MLB right now. You can also get those with all of the memberships available at the website link below.
Amen to all that, and I'll just reiterate. If you're going to be wagering on that Lakers-Suns game, there's no reason not to sign up for Jazz.
Listen to Mr. Sports Better himself over here. He knows all about it. So, okay, guys, starting pitching today. It ain't the prettiest in the world. We only got, 6 games to begin with. A couple of them got openers, which basically takes them out of play. We don't love Chris Bassett here. This isn't the play of the year or anything like that. But the guys that are more expensive are not in perfect matchups or anything like that. And if you look through this slate, there's some high-priced hitters that you're going to get a little chub just thinking about putting it in your lineup. So why would you not take a look at a cheaper Chris Bassett? We like good starters coming off of bad starts. He was not very good last time out. Minnesota, I wouldn't say they rolled him, but in 5 innings, he gave up 4 runs, one of his worst starts of the year. Like him to concentrate this week and get back at it. This is an Angels lineup with no Mike Trout, so there's, obviously when you don't have the best player in the game, you're going to be a little bit weaker. This is mostly a price play more than anything. I don't think it's the play of the year, but as far as points per dollar on this slate go, I like him as much as anyone.
Yeah, again, he's having a really good year coming off, one of his more, subpar performances of the year, but that's okay. We like good starters.
Subpar, great word. I like that.
Yeah, we like, good starters in bounce back spots. He's not an elite ace, but he's still a solid, B type of pitcher. Again, having a really good year, decent spot against an Angels team missing Mike Trout. And honestly, like last night, maybe we wouldn't use Bassett, but don't even have close to the same amount of options. So gonna have to get a little bit different with it today. Bassett stands out in all formats.
Yeah, if you want to call for raw points, of course go up to Walker Buehler, but he's $3K more. Have you seen some of how good some of these bats are that are expensive today? You need some cap savings.
Yep.
So that's mostly what we're going to bring up today. We don't want to bounce through the studs with you guys. You guys know who's good. We're going to talk about some of the cheaper guys you can get into your lineup. So last night, you put Danny Santana into the write-up. Great call. Homered off of Aaron Nola. It was off of Nola, right?
Yeah, it was off of Nola.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Only 2,400. After last night's performance, really good opportunity to be back in the leadoff spot against another righty tonight. This is all about the cap space. Danny Santana is not a great hitter, but he's not god-awful either. This isn't some just total scrub on top of the lineup. We haven't seen him much lately, which is why he's going to be a little bit of a no-name to some of the MLB DFSers out there. But he can run a little. He's got a little power in his bat, but he's 2,400 and likely batting leadoff against a less than stellar starter.
Yeah, that's all it is. Again, we remember this guy from a couple years ago in the middle of that Texas lineup. As you mentioned, decent amount of power, decent amount of speed, but really we're just using him for the price point here. And as you mentioned, after last night's performance, presumably leading off at 2,400, he'll be very much higher owned today.
Very much higher owned, which allows you to get bats like the cover boy for the day, Marcus Semien. It's not always this simplistic in baseball, but more so than any other sport because they play every day and you're going to have more ups and downs. It's less matchup based a lot of days and how a guy's seeing it. Marcus Semien is seeing it right now. This guy's putting up some monster performances down in that ballpark. That's a hitter's paradise, averaging over 10 DK points per game this year, a couple of 30 spots lately. And because of his price tag, Like, I don't think he's going to be abundant chalk today because he's going to be hard for people to prioritize him with all the other expensive hitters.
Yeah, you mentioned it. There are a bunch of high-priced hitters we like, a bunch of high-priced hitters the masses are going to like. Simeon isn't that guy. At 5,600, people are going to look past him unless they're stacking the Blue Jays. Well, hot is hot. He's on fire right now. He runs. He has big power. A ton to like here in a Blue Jay stack or as a one-off.
He's a legit 20 type, a 2020 guy with like actual potential to be a 30-30 player. I think that's a bit of a stretch. I think he's more of a 25-25, but those are nice numbers. This ballpark, he could easily hit 30 bombs this year with this lineup around him, all the protection that he's offered. He's a good DFS player.
Agreed.
All right, next up, Tommy Pham. He's cheap. He's a very good hitter against left-handed pitching. He hits for power. He's got some speed. And most importantly for me, kind of busted out of a mostly season-long slump last night with a couple of walks and a couple of hits. You need cheap guys with all the expensive bats. The San Diego offense is straight up vibing right now, so take a look at Pham kind of batting in the middle of that lineup, lefty on the mound, everything like that. I imagine he'll be relatively popular tonight as well.
Yeah, he looks good. We've always been Pham fans against left-handed pitching, especially. Another guy, nice speed upside with some power to boot, and a good matchup here against the struggling Sheffield, a guy that really hasn't put it together at the major league level, especially susceptible to righty power. So another guy, a lot to like at this $3K price tag.
All right, we're going to get even cheaper for you guys. We're going to go right back to the same price point as the opener, Danny Santana. So there are ways to get high-priced bats. You're just going to need a couple of cheaper guys. Chad Pinder, only 2,400. A lot of times this is a guy who's platooned against lefties in the past, but he's getting a lot of at-bats right now against both sides of the plate. So you feel really good about him running a full game, assuming he's in the starting lineup tonight. Dually eligible at outfield or shortstop. And he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's actually got really big power for a guy his size. He's going to help with your lineup building a ton.
Yeah, monster game last night, 28 DK points. And as you mentioned, he's been starting against righties a bunch. And yeah, we prefer him versus lefties, but you almost feel a little bit better about plugging him in when he's in the
I agree. I so agree because you know he plays the whole game.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm with you 100% there. It's kind of why I wanted to bring him up. Again, there's a chance he's not starting tonight because it's not like he's going to start every single game of the year, especially against right-handed pitching. But he's been a regular starter for them recently, coming off a monster game. I see no reason why they wouldn't plug him right back in there. And at 2,400, just a really nice filler piece.
Yeah, and Dylan Bundy, who was very good last year, has not been nearly as good this year and has been struggling recently. Man, we know all about the Bundy struggles. You know, I think we always will remember the first inning against Kansas City when he gave up 5 home runs that start. He's a guy who's capable of giving up the big fly because he likes to throw up in the zone a little bit. Pinder can take him yard right here. Again, Pinder's got actually like real big power. He had one of the longer home runs of the season 2 years ago. I think he went almost 500 feet. So, this is a guy who can definitely hit it out of the ballpark.
I think he homered off a righty last night. So, yeah, just a ton to like here at this price point.
Yeah, and nothing more than the price point, right? Like 2,400. Like, we brought up Tommy Pham at $3K. That's another $600 cheaper.
Yeah, amen to that.
All right, guys, that's what we got for today. Best of luck to you guys on both sports. Go out there and make that money, and we will see you guys tomorrow morning.
Thanks, guys.